Martha, that you were celebrating?
Well, Goddy, you remember?
Oh, yeah.
50 years ago,
50 years ago.
when we started the talk, when I said, Goddy, it's not fair that we always go to New Glarus for everything. Why don't we have something in Monroe?
Well, yeah, but it took a while before it's really sunk in. And then the little menor choir we had, about 12, 13 guys, and it just didn't work out. But then with the mixed choir, we almost doubled our group.
Okay, so the Monroe Swiss Singers was formed in 1963, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, did you do the Swiss night in 1963, or what, did it take a couple years before it started?
We didn't have it right in 63.
Okay.
Because we had to get started first singing.
Well, Swissfest is supposed to be a celebration, on the Swiss heritage and so on, try to keep it up. They came from Switzerland.
Yeah.
From 1850 to 1950, they came in by the thousands, and then zero.
You're one of the new ones, aren't you?
Yeah, I came over in '63, and I remember when I joined the Turners here in Monroe, and we always did the tumbling and barrel bars, and I think we even put up the high bars.
On this stage?
Yeah, right in stitch. That's what these
Anchors are.
these anchors are there. Yeah, and I remember that pretty good.
Well, I started, I don't know, after you started.
Oh, okay, so I came in 85, so it must have been...
Later that year. But my dad was from Switzerland, and we always had to listen to all the Swiss programs, and we came to the Swissfest. I remember the Turners being part of the Swissfest. And we always talked Swiss at home. And yeah, we like listening to the Swiss music.
That's awesome.
And I would have loved to tumble, but I never had the chance.
Well,
Speak it.
but you grew up with
Yes,
Swiss
oh,
parents.
very definitely.
That's why you could speak the words
Yes.
the way they should be,
Yeah.
should have been spoken.
That's
And
true.
especially because we sang a song from the Bernese Oberland.
We did,
And your
and that's
mother
where-
came
Yes,
from
she
Bernese
did.
Oberland.
Yes.
And that made a big difference.
And Daddy from Uppensell,
Yeah.
When did you start, Marion?
probably in 1970.
Why?
Why, Marie Power, who was directing the group at that time, said, Marion, why aren't you in Swiss choir? And I was sold. I've been with them since. I love it. And since my husband passed away, this is my people that I love dearly, and they are good to me.
My family were from Berner Oberland, and that's my father's mother and father. And my mother also had Pennsylvania Dutch in her, so they came from Pennsylvania in a covered wagon. To me, that's a lot of memories, and we can follow through with the traditions. I love it. I just love it. My dad used to play the Swiss music all the time on the old record albums.
Sure.
And I used to listen to it, and I used to think, what is that, But I got pretty good at knowing all those songs. I knew the words and everything.
So you were prepped for the Monroe Swiss
I was,
Singers.
yeah, I was. I really was.
Back home, the group is mostly from local people. Here we got New Glarus, Belleville, Freeport, southern Wisconsin, northern Illinois, Darlington. They all drive for about an hour to get here. So it's not that simple. Now, of course, when the kid, oh, I haven't seen you for a long time. How are you? And all that.
Myself and brothers and my sister trying to find our turn and swing T-shirts because we had to perform. And I always remember we'd be back here and we'd be goofing around, and Dad was usually the MC for the program. And I can remember he'd grab the tuft of my hair when we got out of hand back here every once in a while, and being scared. And it was with Dad back here was always kind of nice to help us calm us down. And once the performance started getting down towards the end, we'd look out the window, and if we'd see Warner Engling's RV sitting outside, we knew that there was going to be some good music afterwards for us kids to hang around. The Alpine Brass Band was always our favorite for the performance. Nicole is the one that really, I have to thank her very much for everything she does.
Where is she?
And I have to say, in the 31 years that I've been here, our membership has always been between 40 and 50 people, always. And that's not to say that we haven't lost people, of course we have, but we do get in new people. I feel pretty good about where we are. I think we need to still be focused on recruiting people and bringing people in. And actually, the climate in our country right now, I think, is really good for that, because in turbulent times, such as we're in right now in a lot of different ways, people are looking for something to hang on to, and sometimes that's your heritage. Marlise even comes to Monroe Swiss Singers rehearsal. Yeah, she sings with us or follows the music, sits with her mom or sits with Grandpa.
So when do you have to be old enough to join Swiss Singers?
Well, Marlise, how old are you?
I'm going to be 11 in a couple of weeks.
Well, I think that's old enough.
But do you guys realize that you are the next generation? And when you get to be like your dad's age and you have kids, they're going to be standing up here on this stage too?
To
Swiss.